Hey guys, Strong Style Studios here back again. We got Alex.
Noah.
Justin, call me the Orange Dream. I guess that's my nickname now.
We're gonna get you a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here with our long-awaited ROH 11th anniversary review. Me and Noah were there live. Justin saw it on pay-per-view just recently, actually.
Just today, and I gotta say, I'm sure you guys enjoyed yourselves more, but I still enjoyed it quite a bit watching it.
I will go on record and say that was probably the best live show I've been to in my wrestling fan career.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to say it's within the top 2 or 3.
Definitely one of the most, just surprisingly how, some of the results, I think.
Yeah, it was very shocking, and the card, the pace of the card just fully.
Yeah, absolutely. This was one of the easiest shows to sit through. Every match was entertaining and good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's first talk about Justin. Obviously, was not there, unfortunately, and but me and Noah traveled out to Chicago. Went to the city of Chicago to get some pizza.
Downtown.
Yeah. By the way, Chicago, wonderful city, but fuck you for the toll bridges and for the fucking parking. That sucks dick.
That was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I must say though, I mean, I have no problem with toll roads, but those toll roads look like shit.
Yeah, it's
like where's the money
I
going?
had a big ass pothole on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we had a great time. We got there, we're freezing our asses off outside. So thank God they opened the doors on time.
We did stop and get some pizza at Giordano's.
Yes,
Man.
If you're ever in Chicago, get that pizza, man.
Definitely.
That stuff will fill you up fast, man.
Worth it.
Worth the money.
Yeah, that was the most. I was more jealous of when you sent me the picture of the pizza. I was like, damn, dude.
Yes, it was very. Yes.
It looks
It was
tasty.
clutch.
Well, now I'm going to put a picture of the pizza online just so everyone knows what we're talking about.
No, it looks.
It's
I would
awesome
try that next
pizza.
time.
So let's start with the show. We got there. None of us did any autographs because we didn't want to pay, and we were already broke from paying for toll bridges and parking. Yeah, $22 parking for.
Damn.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we didn't get to have any interviews. We actually got to meet a fan of ours. Jose, was it Jose? Jose, yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Jose, a guy I know on Twitter. He actually came up to us and introduced herself. So it was nice to. I think we met him for the Synergy show.
Yeah, we met him for the Chicago show.
But I didn't recognize him, so it was kind of cool seeing him again. And so
actually, you know, what's funny is I just popped in the Chicago Chikara show from last year, and he's sitting front row. So
yeah, right across from us, right?
no, not that show. The
Synergy.
Not Synergy. After that,
Unity.
the most
Unity.
recent Chicago show.
Oh, wait, the Chikara one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Piece of the action.
No, it was the Zelda the Great.
Yeah.
Zelda the Great, yeah. Okay, let's get to the finally get the
Back
show.
on track here.
We had first match was a pre-show match. We had a Grizzly Redwood taking on some jobber. It was fun. You know, Grizzly's always entertaining.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think the crowd was just happy to see Grizzly.
Yeah, there was one guy with a giant beard and he had a shirt. It was a shirt just something. I can't remember what it said now. It was like something. It had something to do with beard, and Grizzly Redwood really pointed out or whatever. And
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was just fun. Grizzly's always entertaining. You know, Grizzly's great for pre-shows. But let's actually start with the first match on the card, which was the 6-man mayhem match. ACH, Tadarius Thomas, QT Marshall, Silas Young, Adam Page, and Mike Sydal.
Oh, good. You got all of them.
Yeah,
pretty easily there.
yeah, right, yeah. Way to break my concentration there for a second. This match live was a spectacle. I mean, this match was crazy. I think everyone's just going to be talking about basically the dives to the outside. Mike Sydal hitting a shooting star press. I don't remember who hit it next. I think maybe Tadarius Thomas hit a dive to the outside.
Who was it that
Adam Page did a shooting star?
Yeah. It was on Page. Okay, I thought it was Mike Sydal. Okay. No, Mike Sydal did a moonsault to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tadarius Thomas does one of the craziest Shelton Benjamin-esque, Money in the Bank-esque spots to the outside. Like he jumped on the top rope, springboard, flipped into the outside. The crowd popped huge.
I think you're talking about ACH, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said ACH.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
But
ACH,
anyway,
ACH, sorry.
Then they followed that spot up with an even crazier spot with Evans.
Yeah, Archibald Peck, R.D. Evans, got up on the second rope, and Silas Young proceeded to superplex him to the outside into everyone, which, R.D. Evans, he is willing to take some crazy spots, man.
Man, I remember that point especially because, actually, maybe it was the ACH spot, but the place came.
Yeah, it was the opening match, and the place was already going batshit crazy.
Right.
And it was
you
just,
really couldn't have started the show better.
yeah, this was absolutely
for the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say watching it live, like the crowd was definitely like really hot, and it's like they were so hot they wore themselves out a bit, but they kept staying hot throughout the entire show. So I was impressed by the crowd. I guess since I actually watched the show, I can give my ratings.
Yeah, go give your rating.
I watched it, I'd give it like 3, but like it's really entertaining, like perfect for an opener of this type. Just because the show is so full that you can't overdo like the opener on this type show because there's so much on it, and it was just really fun. Just blew by. The only problem is you got like 6 guys, and it's like not everyone can do a whole lot. I
think everyone
got their spots in.
Everyone got their shit in, yeah.
And I think if it was any longer, it would have started exposing some of these guys as being young or green, not as good. But everybody looked good. Yeah, I mean nobody had a problem in this match.
No, even QT Marshall was decent, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he, fine.
ACH I think really stole the show. Like, this cemented him as like he's gonna be a guy that's gonna be big in ROH.
ACH
because the crowd was going nuts for him.
ACH to me is gonna be the next big high flyer. He's gonna be the next standout high flyer really on the independent scene.
Yeah,
and I'm glad ROH got him because they haven't really had one of those standout high flyers in a while.
No, and Dragon Gate's got like an influx of them, basically.
Everyone, yeah.
So ROH diversifying their talent's definitely a good thing. And,
definitely.
And I must
expanding their roster as well.
I was a little surprised when ACH came out, just how over he already was. It didn't. He hasn't been in ROH that long.
Yeah, but like a lot of guys from Chicago is like he does a lot of local indie shows in Chicago, so a lot of people there probably knew him. But yeah, live reaction, just very very fun match. Just really great way to start the show.
Yeah, the series of dives definitely was the highlight, and it was
it felt so very old school ROH.
Definitely old school ROH.
Yeah, so a lot of their old openers were just like that, and I like that just opener, hot opener, get the crowd into.
Those are great.
This whole show felt like an old school ROH show in a lot of ways, and that's one of the things I like about it.
Next match we had S.C.U.M, Jimmy Jacobs and Steve Carino taking on the team of CNC, Caprice, Coleman, and Cedric Alexander. This was just your basic tag match. I thought it was pretty good. I think Caprice, Coleman, and Cedric Alexander are really impressing with how much they're improving in the ring. I think they're definitely going to be a team that breaks out pretty big in ROH, maybe even this year. But I was very impressed with them in this match. I thought they held themselves very well. Again, this match didn't go very long. It didn't overstay its welcome. There's one spot that like I thought they kind of goofed, like where it was they're going for the double team power driver, and like it just looked like they miscommunicated or something. I don't know. It just looked weird live.
It looked alright to me. It looked brutal. The finish looked brutal.
No. It was when they went for it before with
right.
With he had like a chain or something, didn't he?
No. The spot before that, like where like he went for it, and like I think it was Alexander got his leg up and like low blow Jimmy Jacobs or something like that.
Yeah, it was like his foot.
Yeah, it was like right in front of the refs. So I was like, what the hell?
He like hit him in the balls with his foot.
Yeah, I was just kind of like...
That's because Jimmy jumped off the rope.
Yeah, I know what happened, but like I'm just like...
It's not illegal, technically.
Oh, okay. That was the thing.
Because he did it to himself, kind of.
Okay.
But overall, I thought that was a very solid match. A lot of times the second match, especially after a hot opener like that, it can really bring the crowd right back down and quiet them down. But the crowd stayed hot throughout. We all seem to enjoy that match.
I actually thought it was, for a second match, it's I don't think these guys are necessarily ideal opponents in terms of their chemistry, but they worked well together in this match, and it was another fast-paced match, and I think that worked to the match's benefit. That it was short, and they pretty much didn't stall or anything. They just Alexander and Coleman are really impressing me with their athleticism.
Yeah, they're
improving, and I hope that they try to feature them more, and I think they will.
But, they have a match in one of the North Carolina shows or South Carolina shows. They have a match with the Wolves, so that should be good for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good fun match. The finish was sick. That was really really brutal.
Yeah, and my rating would be like 2 3/4, like not as good as the opener, and not just solid. You know,
Okay.
It would be like a good TV match.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, we had the no disqualification match between Charlie Haas and BJ Whitmer. This was just a brutal match.
This was brutal.
Yeah.
This is about the best match you're going to see out of Charlie Haas.
Yeah, definitely. It played with strength.
Yeah, it definitely did. But I think that a lot of his matches is just him dominating. And yeah, he did dominate BJ a lot, but man, BJ's one of those guys that he can just fight back, and the crowd was really behind BJ. It was a lot of fun. There were some crazy spots in this.
The belly to belly to the outside through the table, that was sick.
Yeah.
That was really brutal. Also, I gotta say, my favorite part of the match though was the beginning of the match where BJ comes out, like hits him with the beer, and Charlie Foss lands on his ass from slipping on the beer.
Yeah.
That was right in front of us.
That was on camera, but it was.
Yeah, yes, it was.
It was.
Oh,
I laughed.
on camera.
That was great.
I thought that was kind of cool though. Like that was funny, but right before that, it's like Haas is just waiting outside the BJ. BJ just doesn't give a fuck. He's coming. I was like, I don't care if you're gonna.
It was very nice. It really sold the idea that these two guys just like they hate each other.
Well, what I liked about this match is Haas actually looked like he cared, and maybe it's because BJ is gonna make.
BJ will make you work.
But they did build this match well, and you got a real sense these guys hate each other. It was just brutal, start to finish. I actually thought this was the best, definitely the best singles match. Well, probably the best match I've seen out of Haas in like, who knows, like a year.
Probably since they won the belt.
Kings left.
Yeah,
exactly.
There you go.
That's a long time.
That's a real long time.
But
this was one of BJ's better matches in a long time as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the finish, I must say, I really didn't like it. I didn't understand
I almost
why Haas
loved it.
kicked out.
Like the exploder was like sweet, and then like he kicks out, and that kind of killed it.
Yeah, and then he hits him with knees, and like he was whiffing a few of those.
Yeah.
Also, I gotta say right now, like a brutal spot for us live was when he has the ladder on him. He's wailing on him with that chair. That was just sick to watch.
Yeah, it was relentless.
Yeah, oh my god, that was scary. Great match though. I mean, really, really. Oh, and also them doing the spot from Final Battle, like where he belly to bells him off the table. Or off the top through the table.
That's always going to be scary.
That was great though. That was a really nice way of playing up the past feud. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, it was less brutal, but it was nice that they included it.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell the story more. I'd give this. I don't know. This is kind of hard to rate because I actually really enjoyed this match. Like I'd say, like my enjoyment was like 3.5. Like the finish was a little weak, so maybe it's like 3.25 range. But so I guess I'll go 3.25. But this was a really enjoyable match. About as good as I could have hoped for out of this match.
Very fun match. Next up, we had the Dream Tag Team match between Forever Hooligans, Rocky Romero, and Alex Kozlov taking on the American Wolves, Dave Richards and Eddie Edwards. What did you think of this match, Noah?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't know if it was like a dream tag team match. I don't think it will go down as like a classic by any means, but a great match, fast pace, got
non-stop pace.
A lot of action in. I mean, as far as the Forever Hooligans go, those guys are great. I love them. This match was just as good, if not better, than what they've been doing over in Japan.
I agree.
I'd say it's about on par.
Mostly just about the same. So, I mean, I couldn't have expected anything more than that.
One thing I will say right now, though, that I thought was funny was like when he was doing the Russian dance kicks. Me and Noah were the ones that like popped big, like yes, he's doing it. And, like no one in the crowd really cared. It's like we were the only ones that really loved that spot, apparently.
But you could also tell that the ROH crowd really wasn't that familiar with these guys.
No, but they did get a nice welcome back chant after the match, which I
and a please come back.
Yeah,
hopefully they do.
Or no, there's please come back. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think this match was good. I definitely think they were holding back because like obviously they didn't want to. They still had like a lot of matches to go. They didn't want to blow the crowd out and wear them out too much. So I think they were holding back. Rematch on the line would be great. Seeing the Forever Hooligans back again would be great. But definitely a great match. Just tag team wrestling at its finest, I thought. Like just wasn't an amazing must-see match, but just really solid match, and that's what you want from a match on an undercard.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like I don't think I probably enjoyed this watching it. It was probably better live, and just because it was really exciting and nonstop, but like I just didn't think it didn't really. It was just kind of like we expected, an exhibition of these guys' talents, and it was just kind of them doing. There wasn't any like complete holy shit spots. It was like it was just like a cool move after another, and there wasn't like a lot of great storytelling exhibition of these guys' abilities, and I enjoyed it. I'd give it like 3.5. So like, it was good, definitely good.
The finish was really great though. I liked the finish a lot, even though they kind of botched it a little bit, like, but it looked brutal.
Yeah. Then we had intermission.
Nothing really took place during intermission.
Well, I did get to meet a fan of ROH that's been a fan for a long time. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him, but Greg H. He's an older guy.
Yes.
And he's front row in almost all the New York shows. Great guy, real nice guy. He was there with a group of his buddies, which is usually how they do it. Just wanted to mention that. It was great to see him.
I think you pointed him out to me. I didn't recognize him, and like I didn't go over and meet him, but yeah, it's cool.
It was nice to meet him. And also I noticed during intermission that all the women wrestlers were in the crowd.
A few, like Athena was there, Mischief, and like basically the women wrestlers that were on the TV show the next night were there live.
Okay.
And, like,
and I think I even saw Scarlett from Chikara's.
Yeah, she was wrestling the next night too.
Oh, okay. She
So-
was looking gorgeous as always.
Yes, she is.
And Veda Scott also.
Yes,
We're
Veda
talking
Scott.
about beautiful women.
Yeah, she was there.
Got to throw that in.
Yeah. Okay, so we came back from intermission with the 2 out of 3 falls match between Michael Elgin and Roderick Strong. This match I think delivered. I think this is a lot like the the American Wolves Forever Hooligan match, where like they were definitely holding back. I think just to say not to to wear out the crowd too much, because like it was better than their Final Battle show, but I still think these guys can do better.
Honestly, I was a little disappointed, to be honest.
Okay.
I didn't think it was as good as their Final Battle match.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe just on par. But like,
Okay.
because the 2 out of 3 falls stipulation, for me, they didn't utilize it a whole lot.
Yeah.
As much as they could have. It just felt like a regular kind of match.
Mhm.
And the other thing is, it was more obvious just to be able to watch it on tape that it was a little sloppy. Like, they botched at least 4 or 5 like big moves that they were trying to go for.
I don't think I recognized them.
Yeah, nothing like too terrible, but it kind of take away from it. Like, I thought it was a good match, but again, like, I didn't think either of these guys were on their complete A game. I'd like to see more from them and then to try.
Yeah. I think when Elgin eventually wins the belt, we'll see probably like a blow-away, amazing match between the two of them, which hopefully happens.
I didn't like them kind of. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't like them coming back from intermission with this match.
Yeah, it felt weird, but like I understand like they want to make the title matches seem more important, which
Right.
I'm fine with. But definitely this should not have been brought back from
Like, I
intermission.
maybe would have done Taven and Cole, and they wouldn't have stacked all the title matches together. But
Okay. Also, one thing I want to point out, like, what do you guys think of them doing the first fall so quickly?
I like the idea. I didn't think it came off as well as it could have.
For me personally, I think it would have been better if Roddy got the finish first, because like it would just he's the heel, and like it would have been more of Elgin fighting the odds, and I don't know, just for me, but I think it's just what you expect from ROH now. Is like you're not going to get these hour-long 2 out of 3 falls match. You're going to get a pretty quick fall, then a good second fall, and then a really good third fall.
Yeah, I was gonna say the third fall was definitely
And
they kind of saved up for the third,
yeah.
and then
I thought it was interesting that Elgin won with a submission too.
yeah, it was kind of quick.
Yeah.
But I'd give it. Like,
what do you guys say about this, Noah?
I thought that this was a good match. I enjoyed it live.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed it almost as much as you did, probably.
Yeah.
But again, like you guys have been saying, that it felt like it was definitely missing something. This was, I don't know. It's like these guys' matches. Every time they're billed as feud enders, but they do not feel like feud enders. You know?
No, it didn't feel like there was. It just felt like they were going out and having a good match, and it wasn't really. There was not a whole lot of story involvement.
This did kind of feel like a house show match almost.
But it was definitely good. But
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I think we just expect more of these guys.
yeah, I mean, I go like 3.5 again. Like, I actually probably enjoyed the Hooligans and Wolves a little more, even if I give them the same rating. But still good, and I think not having Martini out there actually kind of hurt the match.
Well, the whole thing was like he was banned from ringside.
Well, I know he's banned for ringside, but I mean, like, having him probably.
I think that would have helped, yeah.
Maybe
Because it would have tied in the whole story, and
Right.
Yeah, like him still trying to get the guys to join the House of Truth. Yeah.
Right.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. Okay, then we had one of the 3 main events, which was Adam Cole facing the winner of the Top Prospect Tournament, Matt Taven, who was officially joined the House of Truth, I guess. And let me start right now. When Truth Martini came out in his outfit,
Oh my god.
I was dying of laughter. I could not look at him without laughing.
Me and you, he looked right at us as he came out, and me and him burst up laughing instantly, and you could see him just, that's exactly the reaction he wanted, you know?
Right.
Also,
because he was thinking the same.
Matt Taven's music is hilarious.
I don't remember.
Like it's like the hoopla music or something.
Oh,
Just like
yeah.
it's like a dance club beat or something. It was great.
Martini's been bringing it really strong.
Oh man,
Like,
he's
more like he's been on top of his game lately.
Man.
He's one of the best managers out there.
Dude, man, I think right now, like already, I'd say he's probably up there for like my best manager of this year. Like he's been on his A game this year.
Hilarious.
We forgot that Matt Hardy came out and cut a little promo, which you could not hear live. We were booing the shit out of him.
That was the best too, because before he started, we started chanting.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, then we started chanting.
Then he starts talking, and then, it was echoing. Like,
everyone.
Just that pitch of, oh, like that's all you could hear.
Yeah.
Boring. It was great.
Oh,
I was
man,
laughing so hard at that.
Yeah, he got shit.
How did that come across on DVD or on?
To be honest, I kind of skipped through this part because
I don't blame you.
I was pressed for time.
Yeah, we were
And
rushing
I don't really
You
want to
probably couldn't hear him.
one thing I want to say is like a couple of fans were throwing out bottles at Matt Hardy. It was on commentary, which we don't like that. Don't
No.
throw bottles. That's stupid.
That's really stupid.
Right.
Anyway, the match between Cole and Taven. You know, there's actually a match here. We forgot to mention that. You know.
Yeah.
Pretty good match. I definitely think that Taven looked a little sloppy out there. Not like horrible, but like I think that if he was in the ring with anyone but Cole in this kind of match, I think he might have been botched a little bit more. But I think Cole really helped make him look good here. I think.
I think he looked good. I remember leaving the show. I felt like this was probably the weakest match, just from a live perspective.
I agree.
It slowed things back down a little bit. And I'm one of those guys that I hate 15-minute time limits.
Yeah.
I hate it when you tell me there's a 15-minute time
Yeah.
limit, because then I'm thinking, man, this is going to be fast paced. These guys only got 15 minutes, and then when they go out there and slow it down, it's like, all right, let's.
Yeah.
I know where this is going, but it was a good match. I don't think anybody thought Taven was going to win.
People were shocked. Like I was just like speechless when he won.
It was like almost silent when he actually.
Yeah, like because like I think it just was like people were like wait, he won? It's like just none of us thought he was going to win.
No.
Yeah.
None of us.
It is interesting though, differences between live and just watching on my computer. I thought this match exceeded my expectations.
Okay.
I thought Taven looked good.
And that's what I've heard.
Not
Yeah.
on Cole's level, but Cole definitely carried the match a
Yeah.
lot. But I was impressed with him. Good performance for being thrust into like a big spot.
I think he's got the heel thing. He's good
Oh,
at being
he's
a heel.
good. He was a good heel.
Yeah, Martini definitely adds a lot
Definitely,
to that.
yeah. I will say the finish was very good. The finish came out very nicely, I thought.
I will say, like, it did start. It was slow to start, but then the finishing sequence was very, very good.
Um,
But like I think Adam Cole's like reaction, like when he was just shocked. Like I think that matched the crowd. Like nobody expected him to win. Like everyone we watched was like, I can't believe that. But I was talking to both of you about this. Just how I feel like Adam Cole's reached the point where that TV title was doing nothing for him. Additionally, like he's already been the TV champion for a good amount of time, and so it's like, you know, it was good to get him off it. And I think Taven's the right guy to put on the belt because he's a young guy. You can build him up. You can, you know, have him defending against other young guys. You can get matches with veterans to get him over. So I think it's a smart idea to use the TV title to elevate the younger guys.
And if he sucks, you don't have a problem just taking the belt.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you can take it off him real quick.
You just take it off in the next match.
One gripe I do have about Cole losing the belt, and this is more of over the past year of when he held it, is that he only defended it like 5 times.
Yeah, he didn't defend
it. That was disappointing. I understand that there's the proving ground and all that, but this is a title, and it's only a TV title. I get that, but
he did defend it on television, I think.
He really only defended a handful of times, and that was kind of disappointing.
I wish they'd just made the Jimmy Jacobs match from Dearborn just a title match instead of a proving ground match. That'd been better, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that match didn't really need any.
No,
that would have been cool.
Yeah. Anyway, then we have the co-main event, which was the Briscoe Brothers defending their ROH tag team titles against a team of reDRagon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Well, let's get your thoughts live from this.
Well, first I didn't rate did I rate the Roddy?
I don't think you did.
No, you didn't.
That was like 3.5 for me. I think I said that, but Taven and Cole I actually thought was like 3.25. Like I thought it was good.
Okay.
And well, I was gonna say I really enjoyed reDRagon versus the Briscoes. I thought this was probably reDRagon's best performance to date.
Definitely.
Personally, the Briscoes are just always dependable. They seem to never have a bad bad match. But,
well, unless they're with the world's greatest tag team.
Yeah, but
still.
those are still good matches.
I know. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, but I was gonna say again another surprise.
Yeah, shocking again.
But they definitely held their own, and this match had a really nice build to it. I thought like it was a consistent pace, and then it seemed to pick up at the right time, and then had a couple holy shit spots just to top it off. It was Doomsday device to the outside, which. Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Since you mentioned that, I did want to say that spot was probably in the top 3 loudest I've ever heard any live event.
I was going to say, it was almost, even just watching my computer, I had to almost turn the volume down a little bit.
My ears were ringing. I mean, the only time I can remember anything being on that level was Aries versus Richards, didn't come across on DVD.
Right. No.
And Michigan State versus Wisconsin.
The Hail Mary. Yeah.
No, the goal line stand.
We're not talking about football on this show.
We just did.
Well, we're not doing it again. Don't get used to it.
Okay, fine.
That was totally on par.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I thought this match was great. I liked the story. I liked that Fish and O'Reilly like working over the body parts of Briscoe's, like not Briscoe's trying to brawl, reDRagon trying to just work the submissions and weaken them. Yeah, the home stretch of this match, like I think last 7 minutes was great. You mentioned the Doomsday on the outside. I want to talk about the Kyle O'Reilly going for the corner drop kick to the outside and Jay Briscoe just coming and clobbering with that clothesline. That was great.
I thought the Briscoes looked like the Briscoes are amazing.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought they looked more not technically sound, but they just looked like they have a kind of an ugly style. I thought their style was cleaner in this match.
Yeah,
Just a little observation I made.
Also, I gotta say right now, Briscoes, they are over as hell in ROH, man. It's crazy how big the crowd pops from when they come out, man.
How can you not like the Briscoes?
I know, but it's just something to point out. They're one of the most over guys in ROH. Yeah, finish was very nice. I like that they used the Doomsday device because I thought oh man that was a cool finish. Yeah. And then kicks out and then he hits the brainbuster super kick or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, again we were shocked because we thought for sure that reDRagon was going to win this.
Especially after the previous show.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay, we got one title change. Maybe the ROH title, but then it's when they won, it's oh my god, it was crazy and well deserved win though.
We were talking about in the previous video, maybe they'd be tag champs at the end of the year, and then if you would have told me they would have won before the show, I'd have been well, that seems too soon. But they acquitted themselves well.
I think so. Yeah.
The Briscoes. I remember when they won the belts. A lot of people were saying that it was kind of unnecessary. So this, I had no problem with them getting the
And there's
belts.
a lot of fresh matchups you can have with reDRagon.
Exactly.
And both guys are ready.
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish both deserve this, and we told them that when they were leaving, you guys deserve it, and they do because two guys that have worked very hard, especially Kyle this past year.
I'd say Kyle has improved quite a bit recently. Yeah.
Near the end of the year, he definitely worked his ass off to improve himself, and he deserves that moment, and very nice win though for both of them.
Yeah. I don't know, rating this match is kind of hard. I thought it was near 4-star level. Very close.
Wow.
3 3/4.
Okay.
Well, you didn't think it was that?
Well, no, we're there live. It's hard to judge a match live, but that's...
I would definitely... I can see that. I thought it was awesome all the way through.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it was very, very, very close to being 4 stars. It was a very good match.
Okay, and then we have the main event, which was Kevin Steen defending his ROH World title against Jay Lethal. This match, I'd just say, I think this is... I think we definitely could have seen a title change happen here. It looked like a few times it was going to be a title change. Just great match, I thought. It was just really, really fun.
Yeah, a lot of... this had a lot of false finishes that made you buy it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And what this match did that I loved was that they... before the match, I wanted Steen to retain. I really didn't want Lethal to win. But they build up Lethal so well as the face here. It's kind of it's hard not to root for him just because the way they built the match is to put all the odds against him, and it was just kind of a lot of times people are rooting for Steen more so, even though he's supposed to be the heel. This time they did a good job getting the crowd behind Lethal.
I like that too. I was worried about that going in if the crowd would accept Lethal, and a lot of the crowd did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steen was still very over, but I think crowd was we like Lethal too, but Steen was very still. It was pretty even. It was
they got behind kind of both guys.
I will say right now, didn't really like the S.C.U.M interference. I thought that was just just kind of felt random and
it was too early, especially since
exactly.
They could have just done it all at the end and just did it. But what it did do that was good, even though it kind of slowed the match down for a little bit, was it did help put the odds against Lethal more, and I was glad that the match. I thought it was going to be almost over, and I was like, "Oh, that might be a little disappointing." But then they went on a long time after that. So
I was worried when S.C.U.M came out and they were doing their interference. I was a little worried. I was like, "Oh no, this might hinder the match." I wasn't sure if the match was going to be right.
Yeah.
But what I did like that this did for the match was that after the S.C.U.M came in and then left, the match went right into near falls and finishers and every one of them you didn't know because
how long did that go? It was another it was almost 10, 15 minutes or whatever. Like just like
After
really
that, I lost track.
Yeah, it was
because I thought
crazy.
every fall was going to be it.
Lethal kicking out the package power drive was a big pop. I could not believe that.
Yeah.
And going through the table with the F5. Holy crap.
Yeah, and Lethal hit like maybe his best elbow he's ever hit.
Yeah,
in that match. It was great, and like I thought it might have been it after that. Just
I thought so too. We got to talk about the finish. Kevin Steen breaking up the brain buster.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Near death experience for Jay Lethal.
I think Jay Lethal probably told Kevin Steen backstage, "Don't ever fucking do that to me again."
Well, he was probably like, "It's cool," but his head's like, "Oh my God, I almost died."
Yeah, I liked it a lot because like what we were talking about with the CM Punk John Cena match, like breaking out a move that's beaten him in the past to help win the match. That was it's like, and Steen. Obviously, very, very famous feud with Generico, so it only makes sense for him to try to break out the Brainbuster and use it. And
another spot that I thought was cool was when Lethal finally brought back the Dragon Suplex.
Yes!
And
oh my God!
The first one he hit, I thought he killed Steen.
Oh my God!
And Steen bounced up with the fighting
then
spirit.
Then he hit him with another nasty one right after.
Yeah, man.
And then there's an F5 through the table, which was quite a nice. He landed a little awkwardly there too.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But,
quick question. What was Steen yelling that made the crowd go oh or whatever? Like,
Did you hear it?
I didn't know. I didn't hear it.
Oh man, like okay. If anyone knows what he was yelling at the crowd or whatever, let us know because we could not hear because the fucking people behind us would not shut the fuck up.
You gotta be silent.
Yeah,
Watch your wrestling. No.
It's just like they were just yelling stupid shit. So.
Yeah, but I thought this was one of the best ROH matches. This might be the I really like Dave and Kyle from Defy or Deny. I just watched that match because somebody posted online. But haven't seen the whole show yet. But that match was great. But this match I thought was right up there. Like I give it like 4 1/4. Like this was a great match. Lots of drama. It had, like we're saying, the feel of the classic ROH shows. This had a lot of the near falls that like
made ROH so great.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a lot of people are like almost excessive near falls, but it's like you don't see that as much anymore. So it's like all these near falls. I was just buying pretty much every one of them.
Great match live, yeah. Probably the ROH match of the year so far, I'd say.
Yeah, if it's not, it's definitely contender. Yeah.
Okay, and so now we're talking about the matches. Let's talk about the crazy aftermatch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it live first, I guess. So I think it was like aftermatch. S.C.U.M came out, started beating everyone. I think it was the Briscoes came out next, and then all of a sudden you see some guy in the ring. Oh no, Rhino came out next. And then who came out after that?
It was I think Jimmy Ray was next.
Jimmy Ray. Yeah, Jimmy Ray making his ROH return, which like we're like, oh, that's awesome, and like we thought like that would be enough. No, more guys came out, right? And then who makes his debut? Cliff Compton. Deuce. No, Domino. He's Domino. No, that's Jimmy Snuka's son. No,
it was one of those two.
Yeah, Cliff Compton making his debut, which a lot of people were pretty crazy about. Like I was like, wow, that's crazy. More guys coming out. BJ Whitmer and Red Titus. Red Titus turns heel on BJ Whitmer. And then Adam Cole comes out, and who comes out? Matt Hardy getting the biggest boo of the night, and he reveals that he's part of S.C.U.M, and like everyone just shat all over him. Oh man,
I loved Steve Carino in the segment. He did the mic work. For the segment.
He got a very good promo after.
And like he was like when he was talking about Matt Hardy, he's like the icon, the wrestling god or whatever. And they were just booing him.
Yeah, everyone else we were happy to see Jimmy Jimmy Ray back. Cliff Compton, that was cool seeing him. Red Titus turning heel, I'm so glad they did because I really want them to use the Kenny King leaving him part. And like I really want them to make something of that. But it was a crazy aftermatch segment, and like I was like just wow, this is great. It was bizarre watching live.
It's almost hard to react to because I was like, it's almost like this is gonna be made by what happens. Where they go from here, and it's like there's a lot of possibilities. But
I think we're gonna see like a very big, long lasting feud that could maybe last the whole year, maybe not that long, but it's probably gonna be reminiscent of ROH versus CCW almost, where like it's just gonna be chaos.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it.
And another thing that I do like, a lot of people kind of got down on the fact that a lot of these guys none of them are really standout wrestlers, especially in the ROH sense. But the thing that I really liked about this was that everybody in that group is so easy to hate.
Exactly.
Matt Hardy, Jimmy Ray.
He is probably the most hated guy in ROH history.
Like when they try to bring him back in his final battle as a face, it's like I can't cheer for this. His face just makes me want to.
You can't like Jimmy. I'm sorry.
No, but at first I didn't recognize him. Like who said it's like, oh my god, it's Jimmy Ray. Like I was excited and pissed at the same time because that's just the reaction.
Like I thought Jimmy Ray coming back would have been enough for me, but then like the whole like You know, it's an NWO type thing, but like it worked so well.
Yeah, and I mean Cliff Compton. Some people are like, "Oh, this guy's not like really a huge star. He's like kind of a WWE reject." I don't really see it that way. And
I've heard like a lot of people online love Cliff Compton, so
I've heard good things about him, and this is a good place for people to excel in the group setting.
So if he does good, he does good, you know. But I'm glad to see Tadarius finally getting something to do.
He needed to do something different, and it made sense. It made sense, and it was still a surprise, and it made sense.
Yes,
so that's always good because that rarely happens.
We also really enjoyed Steen. Like I love Steen's whole thing, and like I told Noah here, very reminiscent of I think when Steen finally does break away from Scum, because it's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah.
I think it might be very reminiscent of Alex Shelley after he left Generation Next, where he is gonna be banned from like the locker room. He's gonna be out of Scum. He's gonna be basically a man without a country.
Yeah.
And so it'll be very interesting to see what they do with Steen after this.
Yeah. The thing is, like, it's always hard to book angles like this, but the guys they have are just so some of the guys they have, like Jimmy Rave, just so entertaining. Steve Carino, so entertaining.
Kevin
Jacobs. Steen, endlessly entertaining.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jacobs. I mean, it's just so many guys who are great on the stick, great at playing their characters.
Yeah.
And it's
I think this feud could be very good. But like again, like it could be very good or it could be very bad.
It's probably gonna have like its rough spots, but overall, I think it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna come off, and I think that like how people are already like yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see what happens. Like I think that's a very positive thing to have going into a very big feud like they have going on.
And
here.
ROH is taking risks again, not just doing stale same things over again. So.
Yeah, like I thought, like I was saying, like before the preview, like oh we're gonna see Scum. This is gonna be the end of Scum and everything, and like nope, I guess not. Holy shit, you know. So.
And another thing that you guys mentioned, there's so many possibilities that they could go from here.
Yeah.
I have my theories, but I don't want to get into that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. Probably.
The thing that's great about it is that you really could go anywhere with anybody. The whole locker room was in the ring at the end of the show, so it could go anywhere.
Yeah. We're gonna see some. I think we're gonna see some great matches come out of that, and like
Probably some brutal matches.
We're gonna see some brutal matches. That's for sure.
If Jimmy Jacobs is involved in any way, there's gotta be some brutal matches at some point.
But overall, what would you get the pay-per-view?
I thought this was a great show. I thought this was one of ROH's best shows in recent memory, for sure. Like, I thought this was better than Final Battle.
I can agree with that.
And probably not quite on the level of Glory by Honor, but near that level. Like, it was just such an easy... Every match was good. It was just very easy to sit through. It just blew by.
It blew by for us a lot. Like, we were just having so much fun watching this.
Like, a couple matches were just slightly disappointing, but then, like, some of the other matches I didn't expect to be as good, over-delivered. So overall, I'd give it like 8.5, maybe 8.75. Like really good show.
Okay.
Obviously one of the best shows of the year so far.
All right. For us, I think we can agree. Probably one of the best live shows we've been to. Like at least for me. Like I know you've been to Aries versus Richards, which probably was maybe better than this.
It's hard to say. This one was more
very different,
consistent,
solid, very
different.
Yeah. That's the thing about like I noticed about the ROH recently is like. Ever since Delirious took back over, it's just very consistent. All the shows is just consistently good.
And one thing I've definitely noticed is it seems like during the Cornette era, it seems like some of the guys were getting burned out, maybe not doing their absolute best. It seems like there's more of the morale seems to be up. People are trying, seem to be putting in their best efforts a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm seeing these guys like just having.
I think people were a little uptight for a while, and now they're just kind of letting loose and doing their thing, and just it just feels like ROH is back on track.
I think it's clear to say that ROH is back to its glory days, maybe.
Hopefully, it's definitely a lot better than what we're doing
definitely on the rise. Okay. All right. Well, for all of us here at Strong Style Studios, thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye.